I really cooked it, didn't I?
Welcome back to another season of Overland Travellers. This is an epic trip coming up as we move towards the Red Centre of Australia.
Join us as we travel through outback New South Wales, into Victoria, South Australia, the Northern Territory, and then into the Simpson Desert. This trip covers the next 4 weeks of travel for us, and we can't wait to take you along with us.
Well, the Troopy's purring away in the background.
Yeah.
It is loaded up.
Again.
Absolutely loaded, and we are off. We are off on another trip, finally. It's been way too long. This one's going to be a lot of fun. But we're going to be heading to Menindee Lakes.
Yeah, that's the plan.
Let's just get there tonight. Hopefully we'll see some birds, a bit of water, and some nice camping.
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go. We hit the road heading northwest through New South Wales. It's so good to be back on the road, and there is always a real sense of excitement on the first day of a trip.
So, as most of you know, we got married about 6 weeks ago out in the Flinders Ranges, and we had Adrian and Ellen drive our Troopy across and tow Matt's great-granddad's old car.
Old Valiant.
Old Valiant. Yeah, it was really cool and absolutely epic that they were able to do that for us. But they lived in the car for probably, a week in total? And Adrian and Ellen are so particular that they went through every squeak and every rubbing sound, and our Troopy is now silent. I don't know if you can hear the difference, but usually there would be a few bumps here and there.
I've been trying to fix some of these squeaks. Well, I sort of have, and I haven't. Some of them, were insane. Troopies, you just got all your stuff in your living space, so they rattle and they bang. And I've been trying to sort it out and fix it. And Adrian and Ellen fixed it within, the first day. They had the worst ones already done. So.
Yeah. So we have little bits of rubber everywhere that are, protecting metal on metal, and... Yeah, I just said to Matt, I was like, wow, it's quiet in here.
And he also installed new mud flaps because I used to flap at 100 Ks. I used to go flap, 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 flap at a certain resonance. It was so annoying. Anyway, if you want to improve your car, just give it to Adrian and Ellen for a bit because it'll just come back better than it was.
Yeah, they detailed it before they gave it back to us. They washed all of our bedding, absolutely amazing. So, yeah, just thought we would quickly note that.
Look at this. Right on the river near Hilson. Spot all to ourselves. There's caravans all down that side. There's no one over here, so beauty. Pretty good. Pretty good for a first night back on the road. Might have got a little bit of a brand new toy in Wagga. New drone. This is the Mavic 4 Pro. It's just the basic kit, not the Fly More or anything. I would like the Creator combo eventually with the nice control and the high bitrate on the drone or whatever, but I just wanted the zoom lenses, hey. I've always wanted a drone with the zoom lenses, and I don't know, I think our drone footage is one of our strengths on our channel. I love flying the drone, and I think we get some really good shots and some good photos. So I said to Holly today as we were going through Wagga, I was just like, can I please have the drone? I was like a little kid. Say, can I please just have it? So, should be some good shots this trip on the drone. Keep your eye out for that.
First impressions, thoughts while flying.
Beautiful. Okay, this is the part where I have some unfortunate news. The brand new memory card I got for the drone decided it didn't want to play along, and it became corrupted, and we lost all the footage from our time in Menindee Lakes, which is a huge disappointment, as some of the footage I got was stunning. Our apologies, but it's back up and running in next week's video.
So, it's dinner time. As most of you know, we cook around the side of the Troopy. So I've got our fridge organizer here with all of our utensils, and I'm going to take it around to where we're cooking.
Insulation stays on the fridge stays cold.
Velcro handles. We've put little carabiners on the end, and then voila! Everything's here for us to cook with. How cool is that?
How good.
And for dinner tonight, we're going to have carbonara. So obviously we've just come back from Europe from our honeymoon, and we had a lot of pasta. And we found out over there that they use guanciale for their meat. Anyway, we went to a deli today in Wagga, found some. So we're going to have carbonara for dinner.
Proper carbonara, guanciale, which is like the jowl of the pig. So it's just like a curd meat. It's like speck or something similar, but you want like really fatty kind of stuff. Usually we use bacon, but it's nowhere near as good as this guanciale. So we are going to do a little bit of a video of like pantry staples that we have and that we keep in the fridge to cook like heaps of different meals and like, you know, keep us going on the road for longer.
On the road, yeah.
But we're going to wait until we link up with Adrian and Ellen because I know they will have their own interesting stuff. So I kind of want to see what they have. So it's going to be our own little video and yeah, show you kind of our little tips and tricks we got in the pantry. Here it is here, guanciale. See like the fat marbling in it? That's what you want. This is a delicious tasty meal with only 3 main ingredients which keep for a long time, which makes it one of our favourite to make on the road.
Our car is going to smell like guanciale for the next month.
Look, it's worse things for a car to smell like. Gonna need to drain a bit of this fat.
Is that all fat?
Oh, it's not all, a bit of oil, but...
Wow.
I mean, it's like, the whole chunk of meat's pretty much just a chunk of fat.
Yeah.
That's where you get your flavour, that's your flavour. Okay, I'm happy with that, I'm gonna drain a bit.
Adding a bit of the confit garlic.
Confit garlic that Holly made the other day. This is gonna be amazing. We treat ourselves on the first night, we're just like, fatty ass carbonara. So good. You know, when you just make a meal and you just know this is gonna taste unreal. It's gonna be the best carbonara I've ever made. Hopefully the best one I've ever eaten. We were in Europe recently and in Italy and I had one over there and I was like, that's the best carbonara I've ever had. If I can top that, I'm gonna be a happy boy. This
is actually Zonti's footsteps. They also do off-track wine. Looks pretty good. Fresh focaccia with it.
That Holly made. Bloody week. Just good.
So that will probably be it from us for tonight. We are just going to wash up, have a cup of tea and then get up into bed. It's going to get down to 1 degree tonight.
Chuck the heater blanket on.
Yeah. Cuddle.
Wake up. To a nice little morning sequence and just get back on the road, just get driving.
Head towards Menindee tomorrow, so we might stop in Menindee for the night, we might head to Broken Hill, we'll just kind of see where we want to go. So we'll see you in the morning.
Got our new little toy here, testing out a little Nespresso, see how it goes. So with both going, it's drawing like, was drawing like 160 amps. Draws a bit of power, but it doesn't go for very long. So if anyone's curious, we are on the Lachlan River just outside of Hilson, great little spot here. And it's the 18th of July, so right in the middle of winter, or just after it. So it's fresh. Very fresh. We're just complaining, first world problems, about our thermal mugs, how when you put your hot drink in them, it keeps them hot, which is great in weather like this, but it doesn't warm up your hands. It's hard life, isn't it, Hole? It was a foggy morning which had its own eerie beauty, but this meant we were on high alert for animals. There were a lot of kangaroos and emus about.
We've just hit the dirt road on the way to Menindee. We'll just see how the road goes conditions wise and see if we need to lower our tyres or not, but just going to play it by ear.
Delish. How far we got? 200 k's in Menindee.
Yeah.
So dirt road, so it should be good.
So we have driven this road only once before in Elsie back in probably like 2021, 2022, so like years and years ago as we were heading out to Paratuna. But we've never been able to go to Menindee Lakes because it's always been in flood, or all of the roads to the Menindee Lakes has always been closed. So we're very excited that we're actually able to go and see it today. It's been an area you've wanted to see for ages.
Yeah, no, we've been wanting to do this for ages. We've kind of been keeping it in our back pocket. We definitely want to do a caravan trip in it, so probably in the zone when we get that, we'll definitely do that. I think there'll be some great camping for caravans. Pretty accessible, but still feels quite remote. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what we can find in the Troopy. Got the stock truck and float heading towards Menindee on the Ivanhoe Menindee Road. I'll just get around you, mate, if that's all good.
Yeah, no worries, I'll just pull up for you.
You're good, mate. I'll just nip around. Cheers.
Okay.
So we have just made it to Menindee and Menindee Lakes. We're just gonna have some lunch.
Yeah, not sure where we're going to camp tonight. I don't know. We'll just
We might go for a bit of a drive.
For a little drive. There's a couple like scenic drives you can do around the lakes, and the main lakes are really close to the township of Menindee. So we're just going to have a little explore and just find the best spot possible, I suppose. Want to get some bird life. Want to be on the water.
Yeah.
Definitely one of the bigger lakes, and just settle in for the night.
Sounds like a plan.
Have a fire and have a steak.
How good?
How good. I love this table. We use this thing like all the time. It's one of the best things. If you've got a Troopy, highly recommend. What we got here for lunch? Just our little Overland Travellers fridge organiser. It's bloody so good. Take it off the fridge, hang it up, everything's there.
So we've had a bit of an update. Poor Adrian and Ellen are still stuck in Melbourne with their car. So we aren't going to be meeting up with them on Sunday like originally planned. So we have a few more days. So we think we might do the Darling River run.
Yeah, I've never done it.
Yeah.
Always wanted to do it.
Yep.
And it's a pretty good compromise, I think. Sounds pretty good to me. So yeah, Murray-Darling River run.
Down to Mungo National Park, somewhere else we've always wanted to go. But these are all spots in New South Wales we've never been because we always travel away. So
yeah, and they're fairly close to us.
Yeah.
Like, you know, they're a day's drive, a bit over a day's drive away sort of thing, or about that. So
good excuse to do it.
Yeah, good excuse. I think it's going to be some great camping. There's heaps of water around. It's been raining a lot around here. It should be really good. Let's go check it out. It was a nice easy drive around the lakes, and there was plenty of animals and birds. After doing the lake drive, we found a free camp at another lake outside the national park. Well, check this out. I think we found camp for the night. This is Lake Kamamaru, which is not in the national park, so it's free, and there's camping all along here. We can't see anyone. We actually haven't seen a single other camper. And look at this. It's absolutely stunning. Beautiful flat section to camp on. Yeah, this is amazing. I know people have talked about this place a lot, but I can see why now.
both just had a quick shower this afternoon. Might got a fire going. Now we're cooking some dinner.
Yeah, pretty simple tonight. Just a bit of steak, veggies, and canned
potatoes.
potatoes. Haven't had canned potatoes in a while.
We haven't been able to find them for ages. Usually if you're on a tourist route, you can't buy them at the supermarket. They're usually sold out.
Too popular.
So yeah, but they're a good staple to have.
This is just beautiful, eh?
Mm,
Got some
stunning.
really good stuff on the drone before. Some birds, there's pelicans around, and yeah, it's just really nice. And I think I'm gonna do some astro tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yes, the Milky Way is rising right over the lake,
Yeah.
so it's going to be perfect. for it.
Really beautiful blue hour at the moment as well.
Yeah,
Very
it's
nice
pretty
colours.
nice. Morning, everyone. Well, as you can hear, the corellas behind me are making a bit of a fuss, but when corella's not making a fuss, absolutely beautiful this morning, as you can see. Show you what I got out. The old 600mm and the R5 out to see if we could see anything interesting. A few pelicans getting around, a couple of sheep, but can't see any other birds close. We had a great sleep, eh? It wasn't too cold last night. I mean, it was cold, but not absolutely freezing. Wonder how the astro went. The camera was pretty dewy and fogged up this morning, so might have got a couple of hours in before it got too foggy for it. This is a really good campsite.
So doing a bit of research this morning, we have found out that the Menindee lakes are 9 shallow lakes in the area around Menindee, and they only fill during like heavy rain or after flooding events. They're fed by the Darling River, and then once they dry up, they usually dry up in drought conditions, they actually get fed back into the Darling. So yeah, the heavy rain that came from southeast Queensland, that would have filled them up, and there's also been quite a bit of rain out here, I think, over the past 6 weeks, 2 months or so. So yeah, it's actually, you see this amount of water and you think that this would always be here, but it's actually not, which is really cool to see.
So if you've wanted to see these with water in them, now would be a great time. So we are in late July now. This water will be here for a couple of months. Weather's great. It's obviously not hot. We're freezing, but the camping's absolutely beautiful out here, and it's been such a good run. And it's not too far from sort of some major centres. You know, you don't have to go right out to the desert to sort of feel quite remote. And bodies of water just make it so incredible. So yeah, if you wanted to see it, now's the time. Plan today, we're going to be doing a section of the Murray-Darling River run. So it starts up around Burke. If anyone's curious, we're further south than that. We've only got a couple of 100 k's to Wentworth where it sort of ends up, but to my knowledge there's lots of really interesting things to see along the way. We're going to see Lake Mungo, or Lake Mungo National Park, which is famous for the Mungo man and woman. So yeah, should be a good day of exploring and going along the Murray-Darling River run, which is something I've always wanted to do. So it's exciting. Come down to get a little photo down here, and I might have got a little bogged. Oops. I am at highway pressures as well.
We're also loaded up to the gills at the moment. We almost have full water. Quite a lot of diesel. We're filled up food-wise for like the canning, so yeah, we're heavy.
Just a little whoopsie-doopsie morning self-recovery. Bit silly of me.
So the part of the Darling that we are on, there are two ways to get to Pooncarry. You can continue down the highway. I assume it's a highway.
Well, no, it's called Pooncarry Road.
Okay, Pooncarry Road. Or you can take a bit of a backtrack on the old Pooncarry Road.
Yeah.
So that's dirt. We're going to try and find that and see if we can get down there. And then from Pooncarry, we'll head across to Mungo National Park.
Yeah, I think the main Pooncarry Road is dirt and tar.
Okay.
Where this one we're doing, it looks a bit more of a track. So we actually have no idea what it's going to be like, whether it's even drivable.
Because at the moment there seems to be quite a bit of water around. They must have had rain fairly recently. So yeah, we'll just see if we can make it through.
Could make a really interesting drive.
Yeah. So we're just dropping a little bit of air. The road so far isn't too bad, but it's really compacted hard dirt, so there are some sections that are a little bit washed out and a little bit rougher. So just to make the ride a bit easier for us and easier on the car, we'll just drop a little bit of air out.
So we're just going through a couple of stations and stuff now. There's a few gates which you can get through. Check this out though, like look around me how dry and, you know, sort of desolate it is. Check this out. Ugh. Jan 2023 flood level. Bloody hell, that would have been a lot of water. Everything would have been under around here.
So we've just pulled up on the Darling for lunch. We are still a little bit away from Pooncarry, but the drive this morning's been really nice. We were commenting on how good the road was, and I think that's probably because everyone drives the main road, and it does also look like it's recently been graded. But yeah, if you're looking for a road that's potentially in better condition, this could maybe be the one for you. And it's been really nice. You obviously go through properties, so quite a few gates and stuff to open, but it's nice.
Yeah, been a really nice drive, really interesting. So much bush and scrub and timber around. It's unbelievable.
Yes.
But yeah, this is a really nice spot. Water in the river. There's a couple of pelicans down there. Yeah, it's
Pretty cool.
beautiful. So one thing out in this part of New South Wales at the moment that is just insane are the goats. There are just millions of them. Like I can't. It's constant goats. Like there's goats right now. Just like massive mobs of them. Now, who's been travelling and they see the goats and they're just like, it's illegal, you can't do it. But you're like, man, I'd love to just shoot one of those goats, like a little kid, like a medium-sized kid, and just have like a delicious goat curry or like a rack of goat over the fire, roast goat. Like goat curry's delicious.
We had racks of goat
at our wedding. Yeah, it was one of our things on our main meals. Yeah, rack of goat. Yeah. Tell me, have you been tempted to shoot a goat on your trips? Because I always want to shoot a goat. You can't do it. Not allowed. So we're in Mungo National Park. The really cool formations that you probably know if you know about Mungo National Park are just behind us here. We're just parked up in the car park. We've set up a time lapse. right in the sunset, so we're going to see the shadows move across those formations and the colours change. Yeah, so it's really pretty. We're the only people here, really peaceful. The significance of Mungo National Park. So it's a heritage, a World Heritage listed site. Geologically, it's quite interesting. It's got a lot of geological evidence and significance from the previous ice age. I think it was like 20,000 years ago. But beyond that, it has a lot of really ancient human remains, indigenous human remains, in the realm of like, I think the Mungo woman's 20,000 years and the Mungo man's 40,000 years, or it could be the other way around. It's the oldest cremation ever done, or the oldest evidence of cremation ever done. And there's also footprints, like ice age footprints, so 20,000 years ago, which is, yeah, really interesting. And there's heaps of like megafauna fossils and everything like that as well. So yeah, it's a pretty interesting look into the past, and yeah, pretty significant in that sense. So we're back from seeing the formations in Mungo National Park. They're absolutely beautiful. Watching the colours change over sunset was really nice. Hopefully you enjoyed the time lapse we did. We are now just parked up at Mungo Wilderness Lodge. Really surprised. It's got great facilities. It's even got a restaurant you can eat at and everything. Camp kitchen, showers. So it's good because you're paying, but you're actually getting facilities, while some of the campgrounds around here you pay and you get absolutely nothing, not even toilets. So what's the point of paying? Now, camp kitchen's over here. Troopy's here. What are we going to do? How do we take all our stuff for cooking over to the camp kitchen? Well, luckily we've got our own fridge organiser, which you just undo the clips, take the handle, and you carry it over with you. You got all your cooking utensils, everything we need to cook. How good is that? Let's get cooking. Well, where are we, Hole?
We're at the Big Desert in Victoria.
Big Desert in Victoria. So there is a desert in Victoria. There's sand dunes, there's four-wheel driving, and we've never done this before, so it's something we've always wanted to do. We're really keen. The Troopy is all packed up, fueled up, ready to go. Yeah, let's see how it handles it.
Yeah, let's go.
Big Desert State Forest is located in the Mallee region of Victoria and is about 375 k's from Melbourne.
So we've just turned the corner, we're up to a dune.
Like literally first thing we see, and yeah, there's a dune, so we're gonna drop the pressures, lock the hubs, and get into it.
So this is a dry weather only track that you can, or like four-wheel drive park that you can kind of access. It's not a national park, this section, so there's no fees, no permits or anything like that. If you need to find information on it, Mildura, I think, looks after it. So that's where we found a map, and the map on their website is actually really helpful. So I might link that as well if you guys want to come out here. Okay, so game plan is that there's kind of one big main track you can do through, which isn't too hard, I don't think. It's a bit more of a dirt road. Then there's lots of little like sort of dune tracks that you can do throughout the park. So it's kind of like zigzagging through, just, you know, doing dunes for the sake of it. But yeah, there's a couple of points of interest as well that we want to check out. Most of all, we just want to go have some fun in the dunes and have a play. So I think this dune's going to be pretty easy. I actually think I don't even need low range, high range. Troopy's going to walk up it. Famous last words. Yeah, sand's nice and firm. First high. Just a few bumps. Probably the only thing that might get you caught up. The start of the track here, we're just skirting along the fire break track, so it's quite funny. We're on the edge of the park and next to us is just farmland. Yeah, so it's very interesting.
The Cactus Bore track is about 57 kilometres long and takes around 3 hours. It was an easy track to drive, minimal dunes, but just slow with corrugations and whoops. Did you hear that? It was a bit of a weird sound. I'll have a little look. Interesting thing for a stick to do. Yeah, we found a pretty big steep dune. Might be a bit of a lookout there, so let's just go give it a look and yeah, see what we can see. The sun was getting low, so it was time to find camp. Well, the sun is setting and the colours are absolutely beautiful at the moment, as you've seen, I'm sure, in the video, but we think we might start looking for camp pretty soon, see what we can find. There's been a couple of really nice camps so far that we've gone past, and also everything's been really well signposted, so yeah, a couple of big ticks there. Well, here we are, just a little sand patch off the side of the track. It's not much to speak of, but hey, it's secluded and it'll do. Troopy's so good like that, you can just park up absolutely anywhere. You got the footprint in the car and pretty much that's it, all you need for camp. So yeah, we'll have a pretty relaxed night tonight. Don't know what we're doing for dinner yet. Also, we are catching up with Adrian and Ellen. They've just been delayed a little bit because they're pretty much just waiting on paperwork for the car, their new car, which is unfortunate. They're just, playing the waiting game. Everything's done. They're ready to go. It's just a bit of bureaucracy and, waiting for a few things. So we're just kind of filling in a bit of time doing these things, but we're having a great time and, we're doing things that we haven't done before and we're kind of filling in the blanks in the map. So it's been a good couple of days.
And that's where I finish because I cannot lift it up.
Okay.
Should I try?
Up to you. Go, Holly. Yeah, squat. Yeah, that's it.
I did it! So close.
Go. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, strong.
Yeah.
You're strong. Oh,
That is honestly like one of the first times I've ever done that. I don't think it's great for my back, so maybe never again.
That looks palatial.
It's because it is palatial.
First you say.
Good morning, everyone. We have woken up to a very cold morning this morning, and we actually went to bed last night and it was freezing. We actually kept the heated blanket on all night last night. It was very, very cold. But it is a beautiful morning this morning. We've just watched the sunrise, had some coffee. That's made some porridge. There's a new pot.
Yeah, my new Flash $12 pot or whatever from Anaconda. Just needed something just
Small.
We just didn't have a small pot in the Troopy, so it's good. I can make a porridge quickly and then eat it out of the pot.
And it doesn't burn.
And it doesn't burn.
We found somewhere for it to
doesn't
go.
roast on like the jet boil does.
Yeah. So the plan today, I suppose, we just continue to explore the big desert. There's a track not too far from where we camped that has Big Dune. It's called the Big Dune Track. So it's pretty notorious for having big sand dunes.
I hope so.
So we'll go check that out.
Yeah, see if we can get the Troopy bogged, hey? I don't think we will.
I don't think we
Troopy's
will.
too good.
No. It's very hard to do like recovery content because we just don't get bogged. But anyway,
Yeah.
we might come across someone who is bogged, so we'll just see what the day.
We need something like that. We need a bit of drama. Nothing
Yeah.
dramatic ever happens. We need someone to be bogged and we help them out, or
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see.
See how we go. But yeah, we'll take you guys along. We may cross the border this afternoon. There's also a lot of tracks in this park that do cross the border and then put you onto the border track. So yeah, we'll just kind of see where we end up. Take you guys along with us. We're just looking on HEMA which way we're going to go.
I think we're going to take this little track here, go across. I think it's called White Springs Track, this one, and then Big Dune Track, which is the one we're interested in because I want to do some big dunes. And then maybe down here and across there.
Cool.
Brush Cutters Track. "1K up the road, we were on to the next track. We're on the Big Dune Track now, and up ahead is some pretty big dunes, so might be a nice little challenge. One thing about this track that I think would be really good for people, if you haven't done much sand driving, or you sort of want to learn your four-wheel drive or test it out, I think these tracks would be really, really good for that. There's sort of easier options for the dunes, and they're not too bad anyway. So I think it's just really good practice track, test track. If you want to do the Simpson but you don't know how you would go, this would be great to do. And you know what, it's not far from Melbourne, not too far from Sydney. I mean, it's decent, but there's some interesting things in between. So yeah, I think it'd be really good for people who just want to test out their rigs and practice sand driving. I'm not joking when I say this. These are probably the steepest dunes that we would have done. Steeper than anything we've done before. So a real test. Holly's stressing out. Holly's like, "You're gonna go up that one?" I'm like, "Yeah, I can just reverse back down. It's no biggie." Cool.
All right, so I'm just making my way up the dune. Matt did offer to help, but I turned him down. He's just gonna get the drone ready and the car sorted, I suppose.
So I'm gonna go for second gear low. And just sort of keep the engine happy and see if I can power up. And if not, I don't know, I might have to get a bit more of a run up in third, but I don't know, it's pretty steep. Even just getting a start here, because the sand's very thick, so I don't know, I might bog down even just getting going. So anyway, let's see what we can do. Okay, I'm gonna get going. Okay, second low. Okay, it's got off the mark. Bit of power. Oh yeah, she's steep. No, Troopy. No good. All right. I think I'm going to need more pace, maybe like third low.
Yeah, was that first?
That was actually second low. All right, I'm going to have another go. No good.
So I reckon it's the turn and just how sandy it is on that track. Yeah, he was not making that up, and we're almost like we're pretty much fully loaded as well, so we're very heavy. See how he goes on this one.
So that's hard stuff. I can probably let my tyres down a bit more, but they're already fairly low. Yeah, just don't have the bunty. Probably more the weight. I have the bunty, it's the weight. All right, heading off. Okay, middle track, so let's have a go. Oh, I missed a gear. I think you got this one. Well, we did it. Yeah, harder than I thought, eh? Second low, this one. We'll see. Gets pretty steep at the end. Wombat holes. You can't get any speed up because of the whoops. This is the steep section. Alright. Bit of power. Nice. Easy. Easy.
Tell you what, the sand dunes on this track are no joke. Driving down that, like I've driven in the Simpson, I've driven on the Canning. That was hectic. As we were coming down, I said to Matt, I love sand. Sand holds you in place. Mud, rocks, sand is great. Love sand. So we put sausage rolls in the travel buddy for lunch. But we're on a 4-wheel drive track, so the pan we have in there doesn't really fit, so it just bangs around. And I've been holding it for about 45 minutes in my hand, and my arm's a bit sore, so I thought I'd use the tripod.
I think Travel Buddy, yeah, I don't know, I think the new ones have latches on them.
Maybe.
I think they do. I know Adrian got like a door for it that was insulated and had a latch on it, which is definitely what we need because every time we're on a 4-wheel drive track, I've had pies get like ejected out. It's pretty funny. They like fly at the side.
Anyway, we'll eat soon, so.
You've earned it.
Yeah.
So we have linked back up with the Nil Murrayville Road, which is a pretty decent dirt road, and we're going to follow that down to Red Bluff Track, and then we're going to go across to Border Track, which is the South Australia Victorian border. So it's just like a really straight track that goes straight up. It's in the Mallee country, sort of west of us where we are now. And so yeah, we're kind of going to go down, across, and then back up, and then we'll be in South Australia and round out this video and see what else there is to explore in this region. Holly's having to go a bit of a dune, random dune.
Yeah, it's popped up out of nowhere.
No worries. Too easy.
I should have filmed that catch, but gosh, you do well. It is so windy outside.
It's horrible outside, and yeah, the drone's just like, oh, and this thing, bloody chop your fingers off.
Yeah, this
Wow, it's big, this drone, eh? Pretty much finished that big straight section of Red Bluff Track, and we should be hitting the border track and the South Australian border any second now. It's funny, over COVID, a few people tried to get into South Australia on this track, and apparently there was cops that caught them. There was like a little van, like a little delivery van or something. Here we go. This must be border track right here.
Yeah, so I think we are going right.
Well, there we go.
Yeah.
Okay, no fanfare,
No
red carpet,
sign.
no signs. Wow, it's pretty overgrown to start off with. Once again, we're pretty thankful to have the bush wraps on the car, which is a clear protective film on tracks like this, because this is overgrown and it doesn't look like it's been driven in a while, to be honest.
Very long time.
Yeah. Hand flags going on. Probably should have had it on a bit earlier, but I don't know, this track seems a bit more hectic by the looks of it. I don't know if it's just the signage or whatnot, but there's a one-way section on this track that we're going to have to go around. So, yeah, I don't know, should be interesting.
See what we...
See what happens.
Yeah.
No, I have no idea what to expect. Absolutely no idea. On another note, it is windy. It is windy, it is cold. Real dry sort of wind, really dries your skin out. So not great camping conditions, and there's not sort of, I don't know, many large protected sort of, trees to sort of shield you from the wind. So hopefully we can
Australia
find...
has like nothing.
Yeah, doesn't have many trees. So hopefully we can find a nice spot to camp. It's out of the wind a little bit, but we'll see how we go. We might be inside the Troopy tonight, but it's so good that we have the option just to be able to jump inside and cook on induction and that inside. So anyway, we'll see how we go. It's windy. These dunes, they just don't look like much on camera, but they're decent dunes. They're much bigger than in the Big Desert National Park.
Yes.
Sort of like consistently big. There's that one really big one in Big Desert called Big Dune, but everything here has been actually similar. I'd say sort of to Simpson Desert.
Yeah.
Sort of in some sections of that.
And you go up, like you've got a flat section, and then you go up again. Like it's quite repetitive.
Yeah, it's repetitive. It is similar to the Simpson that way. Okay, so we've got to the one-way section of the track, so we're going against it, so we can't do that way. So we're just going to have to take a left here and go towards the centre track, it's called. And then we make a decision whether we keep going north from there.
So we have just pulled up to camp. We are in the national park, just at a camp spot, which is actually now fairly close to the highway, the Bordertown Pinaroo Road. We opted to pull off the track because it was becoming much the same and we couldn't even do the border track. So decided to come to camp, get some work done. We need to pull the computers out and get some stuff happening. So yeah, we'll do that now. It's been a pretty big day. We're both a little bit wind burnt and frazzled, I think.
I think we did about 190 Ks.
Yeah, right.
Of just sand tracks. So yeah, pretty big day. Pretty tired. I'm sure Holly's given you all the info.
Yeah, so we'll get set up.
Might be cooking inside tonight.
Yeah, induction, I think. Easy night tonight.
Easy night.
Yeah,
Ravioli
shitty
maybe.
Weather.
Yeah, it sucks.
Wind sucks. Like, rain's bad.
Camping's so much harder.
It does. Like, rain is bad, but wind is so
Yeah,
much
wind
worse.
something. I don't know. It's just, well, especially. I mean, it is winter as well.
Yeah.
So, so the fridge organizer and the storage cubes are up for pre-sale now for a late August, early September delivery. Now, our mates over at Navigator are handling all the dispatching and shipping. So when you click on the link, it'll go through to a tab on their website if you're wondering. So we'd love your support. If you could grab one, that would be amazing. If you've got an upright fridge, you'd be silly not to grab one. And we've got the storage cubes as well. So get on it now and yeah, we'll get yours delivered. Holly's data dumping. And we got this new drone, you see, this Mavic Pro 4, and I got a card for it at JB Hi-Fi. We've just realised it hasn't been like recording the footage for the past couple of days. We got today's footage, but and yesterday's, but not before that. The lakes. I got such good shots of the lakes. Ah, the joys, the joys. That's never happened to us before, that kind of thing. We're having a bit of a doozy here. Okay, so we figured out, we think the card's just corrupted on the drone. So then we tried some data recovery software. So we just purchased it. It was like 140 bucks to try and get this data back. The card was 50 bucks. The card's totally cooked. The data recovery software didn't work. There's rain coming. And Adrian's paperwork hasn't come through for his ute.
There's a lot of rain coming.
There's a lot of rain coming. We're just like, oh no, it's coming. Oh, it's all happening here. Oh dear. Oh dear me. Oh, it's such a shame. I'm just so disappointed about the footage. Oh well. As I said, shit happens. God damn it.
Buy a fridge organizer. Or a storage cube. Also, just one quick PSA, public service announcement. If you're looking for a delicious hot chocolate that you accidentally buy that turns out to be sugar-free but actually so delicious, get these ones. Avalanche. They are so tasty. Sachet and like being made on just hot water, so good. So yeah.
With the dash of milk.
With the dash of milk, just a little...
We're trying to cheer ourselves up a bit. We're having a bit of a nightmare at the moment. Just nothing's working.
So yeah, if you are looking for a hot chocolate, that is a really good option. Sachet, so it's convenient and delicious. Can't say it's nutritious, but
No, I can't format the card on this because it doesn't even recognise there's a card in it.
Okay, so the SD card has completely shut itself.
Oh.
At least it wasn't like our fault.
Yeah, I think the card is just corrupted and it's just like absolutely cactus. I can't even do anything with it.
The card won't be read in the drone. We can't format it from the drone, can't format it from the cameras. So yeah, anyway, that's enough whinging from us. We're going to watch some things and then probably go to bed before we freeze our bums off. But we'll see you in the morning.
Join us as we move further north into South Australia to one of our favourite spots, the Flinders Ranges. And with the views like these, it's easy to see why. But there is some pretty serious weather coming and track closures are imminent. Morning everyone.
Good morning.
Well, you might recognise where we are. We're in the Flinders Ranges, South Australia, our favourite part of Australia.
We've been here quite a few times. We've done quite a few videos here.
Yeah, we've done a lot. So we're not going to do a full video here. If you want to check out this region, definitely check out some of those. Just type in Overland Travellers Flinders Ranges and a lot will pop up. We're actually camped probably only a couple of 100 metres away from where we got married 8 weeks ago. Unfortunately, we were going to camp there, but there's someone camping there. It's funny, we rolled in and Holly's like, they're our trees. Like we own it. We definitely don't, but anyway.
But we can see it from where we are.
We can see it from where we are, but we might go and have a little look there later. So the Flinders for us is like they call it the gateway to the outback, and it is, because from here you can jump on the Oodnadatta Track, which is a fantastic desert track, and you can go up to Dalhousie Springs. And from there you can go Mount Dare, Simpson Desert, Tanami, Canning, Tanami, Kimberley.
Alice.
Up
Northern Territory.
the highway, Arnhem Land.
It's a good alternate route if you want to do a dirt road over the main highway.
Yeah, it's way better than the highway. Just do it. Like, it doesn't take that much longer, and there's so many interesting things to see in the Oodnadatta. I mean, you can also go up like Birdsville and Inaminka. It's all closed at the moment. There's a lot of flooding. Would love to go up and see all the wildflowers they'll be popping up there soon. And then you can go outback Queensland. So yeah, for us, from where we are in New South Wales, we always come through here to go to the outback, and just happens that it's our favourite part of Australia anyway. So we're just going to do, a few things on the computer today. Then we'll probably jump over to the prairie for hopefully just one night and one day, but I know we kind of get stuck there. So
yeah,
we got married there. That was our reception. That was the venue. So
yeah. In saying all of that, we're kind of still up in the air with our plans. So while it looks quite pleasant at the moment, there's no wind, there's no rain, there is actually a massive weather system that is moving across the whole country. And they are saying that South Australia could be getting the most amount of rain it has had for over 3 years.
Yeah. Look, we're stoked that South Australia's getting a bit of rain. They
really
desperately need it, so that's great. But does throw a spanner in the works for us. And look, the Oodnadatta might shut. A few tracks might shut, so we're just like, oh geez, we need to sit it out and actually wait, because we don't want to get stuck halfway in the Oodnadatta and
have to wait there for days
and
or
also
weeks.
Be those people that completely chop the roads up and ruin the roads, sort of thing. So when it's wet, So we kind of need to wait it out. Also, Adrian and Ellen, they were definitely supposed to be with us by this point in the trip, but unfortunately they're just waiting for paperwork for their new ute. So it's a, ground up ute, and they're just waiting for this last little bit of paperwork. The whole thing's engineered, it's done, they're in, ready to go, but yeah, they just need this one little thing, and then they can get going, which is just such a shame, and they just don't know how long it's going to be. So look, it could be today, could be
next week,
could be 4 weeks time.
Yeah, we don't know, so we're going to wait the weather out. It's meant to start hitting this afternoon, tomorrow, and then we will make the call what we're going to do, where we can go, and then hopefully we might hear something from them, we might not, but the show must go on.
Show must go on. So come along with us. We don't know what we're going to be doing, but we promise to make it exciting.
And we'll tell you along the way.
We spent the morning filming a few videos and enjoying the warm weather while we could with the goats and emus.
So it's been a very uneventful day for us. We did some filming this morning and then edited for the rest of the afternoon.
And we just released our product. It's already been out in the videos and everything now, so you would have seen it. But we just released it just then, officially.
I know, super exciting.
So yeah, it's really exciting for us. It's we've been talking about it for years. We've wanted to do a product, and now it's here. We've done it, and yeah, it's just exciting.
Yep. So we are going to go to the prairie and celebrate. And the weather has started to turn. It's a bit windier, a bit overcast. So we might see you when we make some plans up for what we decide to do. Watch this space.
The weather well and truly hit. We spent a night in the tent where it was gusting up to 80 kilometres per hour. Safe to say, we didn't get much sleep that night. G'day everyone. As you know, we've been in the Flinders for a few days and some foul weather came through. You can probably hear a bit of wind now and see it's a bit drizzly and cloudy. But yesterday it was crazy winds.
50km/h winds gusting north of 70 k's. It was insane.
We did one night in the tent and we didn't get much sleep.
Yeah.
So we just shacked up at the Prairie Hotel at Parachilna for a night and caught up with everyone, which was really good. Now, a heap of rain went through and we were worried the Oodnadatta Track was going to be closed.
As of yesterday, it was closed.
Yeah. But it's opened up, so we're going to take this opportunity. You don't want to, obviously, if the road is closed, don't do it. But, for the locals, if you go through when it's really wet and chop the roads up, then you just cause a heap of damage and just make it shit for the locals pretty much. So, it's all open, it's all good. They didn't get too much rain.
They didn't get as much rain up there as was forecast, I don't think, which is a shame for them, but then it means the road is open.
So we're just going to go on a desert adventure. We're not 100% sure where. We want to get up to Uluru, and we'll just make it up as we go.
Yeah, we're still trying to trip plan as we're going, but we have decided we might as well try and go places that the Troopy can go that a caravan can't, because the next step for us is a caravan, so we'll try and do some more desert stuff if time permits.
And Adrian and Ellen, they just didn't get their paperwork in time, so they'll try and meet up with us for the Simpson crossing on the way home, but fingers crossed, so we'll see how we go.
Yeah,
all right,
so let's go.
Let's hit the road.
So we've just pulled into Farina. There is a bakery here that is open seasonally. We're just coming in to see if it is open. I think it may be shut, But even that little bit of dirt road, there wasn't much of it, and it was pretty muddy and pretty slippy. So
It's going to be interesting.
yeah, the Oodnadatta could be. It's weird though, because I've been checking all morning. The road was open with caution. Now it's just open. So
I think it probably gets drier the
Yeah.
way the further north we go.
yeah.
So I'm just going to have a quick look at the bakery, and yeah, but if you pass through the area, it's worth checking this out. We've never actually got it when it's open.
No,
so
never.
It's a bit of a shame.
Yeah.
Missed it by a week. Oh, well, that's what happens in the desert. And it's a good reminder, just when you're going out to these places, just check if things are open. You know, even like places like the Prairie, like they close every Tuesday, is it? Or is it Monday? They close every Monday, but just, you know, you got to check and book. It's not like the city you can just go and expect things to be open. We've been in places and people kind of get upset when these places are closed, but it runs differently out here. So you just gotta check everything and make sure it's open. I'm gonna go out a different way. Apparently she came in that way in the bus and she's like, yeah, I nearly got bogged. Geez, it would have been fun to use the saving gear. As I said, we always use it for other people. When it's muddy on outback tracks, it's definitely good to go for alternate routes around large mud holes, if possible, to save the track.
So we're at the start of the Oodnadatta. The sign says it's open for four-wheel drives. Some of it's just open, some of it's four-wheel drives only. There is so much water hanging around Mari, though. I said to Matt, I was like, I'm actually a little bit nervous. He's not. He's excited. So we'll just see how we go. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where we can stop for filming, because the edges of the road actually don't look too bad, but people who have pulled over in them, there's big, massive ruts. So we'll just see how we go.
So it's super windy today as well. It's causing absolute havoc for our fuel economy. We're currently doing about 19.6 litres per 100 going into this headwind, but it's windy. I'll show you how windy it is.
If you are new to our channel, you probably wouldn't have seen our old videos of us travelling the Oodnadatta. There is a lot to do and see along the track because the weather is so bad, and because we have done it so many times, we're just using it as a track to get from A to B this time around. But we just went past some really odd sculptures. It's funny what people put out in the desert, but they're definitely something to see if you're coming through.
I think I know the story with those, why they're there, who did it, who bought it.
I know, we might do some research and let you know in a voiceover.
We have done videos with, we've done one in this Troopy before, one in the 40 series and one in the Hilux on the Oodnadatta Track.
Yeah. So I might link those. So yeah, if you want an in-depth take on the Oodnadatta, that's some things to do.
We're at Lake Eyre South now, just at the viewing platform. There's no water in here at the moment.
Looks like there's a bit of puddles from rain, but yeah, no
Puddles
water
from rain,
from
but none of that
flooding
that's come down. So we're currently at 0 meters elevation, and on the road, if you check, your elevation, sometimes it goes minus 20 meters elevation. So yeah, below sea level, and the Lake Eyre Basin is absolutely huge, massive amount of area, covers a large percentage of Australia. Which is a big area.
The weather is so bad outside. For lunch, we thought we would just pull out some pre-made pies that I did when we were at home and just put them in the travel buddy. Usually we try to defrost things if we pull it out of the freezer before cooking it, but we'll just put the travel buddy on a lower temp, defrost them, and then cook them and heat them up.
And what we can do on our head unit here, just go to our apps, Red Arc, sorry about the reflection, there we go. So we can just control our Red Arc from here, and the 12 volt travel buddy is on.
Chuck it in the oven. Put it on like 1:30 to start. Cool, perfect.
Lunch sorted.
So we have opted to go see Lake Eyre North. We've actually never done this on the Oodnadatta Track. There is about 15 k's out of William Creek. There is a track that heads up to Lake Eyre North. There's a camp spot there. It is really windy, but we'll just see.
I think it's going to be miserably windy.
We'll see what it's like when we get out there. It's a 60k dirt road in, and it's pretty spectacular. We've just pulled over this rise, and the landscape has just changed completely.
Despite the wind, we'll get the drone up and I'll show you.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Not sure what the wind noise is like, so I'm sorry about that. But we've made it to Lake Eyre, and yeah, it's like an ocean.
Yeah, it looks like an ocean. It's literally water as far as the eye can see.
It is wild, actually. Look at that.
So cool. We've never seen this before.
No, never.
Saw it from the sky a couple of years ago. We flew over it. Last time it was kind of full, and we were in this area, so that was cool. But yeah, actually seeing it in person, it's epic.
We found the most sheltered spot possible near a bank and some scrubby bush and faced the Troopy into the wind. We then got settled in to watch the colours change over the afternoon at the edge of the lake. Oh, it's cold, it's windy, but it is undeniably beautiful. It's very nice, and the sun's just setting. I think we're going to get a pretty good sunset by the looks of it. I think it's going to be spectacular.
Dinner inside the Troopy tonight?
Yeah, it's so foul outside, just cooking's almost impossible with a gas cooker like this. I've got the induction, it's just not a good quality induction plate, and it just really heats one little part of my pan up really intensely, and I think it's great for the pan, I don't know, but it's just annoying to cook on mostly. No, it's just like, this is what the best thing having this set up in the Troopy is what it's all about, like being able to do this, just get in, get out of the weather.
Yeah.
So, got to use it to its full potential. Oh, if I look cold, I am cold. It's cold like last night only because I think the wind, generally, you know, once you get a bit of hot air in that tent, it sort of, you know, it all heats up. It's pretty good, but with the wind sort of cutting through, it just sort of cuts through the tent and gets all that hot air out and kind of stays cold inside. But we're still warm enough, you know, had the heated blanket and whatnot, so we're all sweet. But yeah, just checking out sunrise at the lake now. It's quite beautiful. It's pretty surreal, really.
Morning. morning from Lake Eyre North.
Yes, very nice morning. We just had a nice little walk around the edge of the lake. We just sort of had a look at it, and yeah, it's pretty surreal. Like dead set, because it's sandy as well. It feels like you're at the beach.
Yeah, and even with the wind, it's kind of creating the sound of waves and.
Yeah, it's surreal. Like obviously driving through the Oodnadatta Track.
Yeah.
Only to come across a body of water that is so big that just goes off into the horizon and just disappears utterly. Like it's amazing. So
it's very cool. So
what are we doing today?
Plan today, we will head out this track over William Creek and then probably to the Painted Desert. It was open yesterday with caution around some ponded areas. So hopefully by today it's cleared up a bit, but yeah, it is open. So
and we haven't been back since
2019,
the Hilux days. So we didn't have a great look around when we were in the Hilux. So hopefully we can check a few things out and should be alright. In other news, the drone
had a malfunction with the gimbal.
Yes, had a malfunction with the gimbal, and I just can't get it working. So back to the old drone, which is still a really good drone, but I've just had no luck with this drone, and I've got such good shots with it so far, the shots that I have got, but I've missed out on quite a few things because of the card corrupting and now the gimbal malfunction, and we don't know whether to do a 6-hour detour to Alice Springs
to try and get another one.
Or get this one replaced under warranty. I don't know.
Watch this space. Just quickly wanted to mention the road conditions on the way in here. So it was a 60-kilometre stretch. The road was in pretty bad condition. A lot of corrugations, pretty hectic, rough corrugations, and then a few bull dust holes, and it was quite windy.
And the bull dust holes, so usually in the Oodnadatta Track, if there's a really big bull dust hole, they put a little red flag up so you can see when it's coming. But these didn't have any red flags, so you just got to be really careful coming in.
You also need a Desert Parks Pass to come and stay here because it is part of the Lake Eyre National Park.
Yep, correct.
So you can either get that online, or I think you can get it from some roadhouses like the Pink Roadhouse at Oodnadatta, probably at William Creek as well. So just something to note too. Yeah,
I did have to do a visual the other day of just, checking the car, and a couple little things that rattled loose, a couple of bolts and that. So it's just worth just checking when you do a road like this to make sure it's all good.
Yeah, so we're going to pack up now and then get on the road. We've just finished the track from Lake Eyre South. Usually if you ever drive a track two ways, on the way in you usually get shocked, the way out you're expecting, you know what you're expecting, so it doesn't feel that bad. This morning it felt a lot worse than what it did yesterday. Matt's just doing a quick check over the cars to make sure nothing's rattled loose, and then we'll head into William Creek. Had a gas strut come loose.
Yeah, it just sort of winds itself off. You can see it's just undone. It's undone on that end. It's a pain. It's a real pain to do back up though, because you got to take the bump stop out, and then still you just got to get it in with a mallet. Actually, the bolt. Anyway, it's all right.
It's always really important after you do some tough tracks and very corrugated tracks like that to just do a once over of the car. Make sure everything is all good.
It was only a short drive into William Creek. This is a great little town where you can have a counter lunch at the pub, get some fuel, or stay at the campground. Well, quick stop at William Creek. We just chucked about 40 litres into the Troopy. Should just get us to the highway through the Painted Desert to Marla, around there. And yeah, we're just going to keep heading on the Oodnadatta Track and then turn off for the Painted Desert Road, which is exciting.
So the reason we got fuel, some people might be asking, because we do have a big capacity. We have been using a lot of diesel in the headwind, so just a bit of a safety precaution. Just thought we'd top a little bit extra up.
Look at that. Bit of water in the Oodnadatta. Go down to this bridge down here, have a look. Looks like there's birds and that as well. But yeah, we made it to Oodnadatta at the Pink Roadhouse, very famous. I actually did an artwork of this roadhouse. I do a bit of art, and it actually won a competition. I was very surprised because I didn't think it was very good, but anyway, it won it. Again, I just checked over a few loose bolts and nipped them up before we got back on the track. Corrugations will definitely find any weak points on your vehicle. There was definitely a lot more water on this section, with some large bodies of water present, some of which we couldn't go around.
We have made it back to the Painted Desert. We haven't been here since 2019. Since the Hilux Day, since our big lap, and since the first time we found Lenny, our little Lego man.
Yeah, he's not here at the moment. We should really pack him. He's the official mascot of the channel.
He is, yeah.
You're not allowed to camp here. This is a station. There's no camping for 15Ks. So what we're going to do is just stay here till sunset, get some really cool shots because the colours in the soil are just like next level. So we just want to see that blue hour kind of light and get some good shots for you guys. And then we'll move on down the road and find a camp
later.
Maybe a little dry creek or something, see how we go.
Yep.
So as we've been doing the Oodnadatta Track, I've just been keeping an eye on everything. There's just a couple of little loose bolts, a few places that I've just sort of nipped back up. One thing that I noticed that sort of fell off was just a gas strut on our spare tyre carrier. Now, I don't know when it was, probably like a couple of years ago, I found this spanner on the road. It's a little 16mm Sid Chrome spanner, but someone has used it for a specific job because I've had to grind off a little bit here. Anyway, on my arm here, in the Cruiser Company bar, I'll show you this. I really struggle to get a purchase in there on a 16mm. That was meant to be. Just fits in there. Now look, me finding this tool for that specific purpose wasn't fate. I don't know what is. All nipped up, all done on that, so it's good. Oodnadatta Roadhouse, it's pretty well stocked. Like, it's got like a few essentials, like your oils and a few bits and pieces. We just got some thread locker because I forgot some this trip, so it's a good business. So if you need anything, it is a pretty reliable little spot to get a few things. Well, we've pulled a Ronnie Dahl here. In darkness we find camp. It is properly dark now and we haven't found camp yet, but hopefully soon. We've got a creek here. I just need to have a look and see if there's a track somewhere near it. Over there looks relatively flat. Just need to get over there. Not far off the road, but anyway, we'll be right. We'll get going pretty early tomorrow. I think that'll do. One thing about this setup, literally, we probably pulled up 5 minutes ago, not even joking. Bed's up, cooking dinner. It's just, yeah, it's so nice and easy and just quick. Situations like this when you just want to get camp set up quickly, it's so good.
So within about 10 minutes, dinner's now cooked, we're eating it. Gonna watch some YouTube.
How good's that?
So good.
And we're out of the elements inside, a bit warmer.
Yeah.
Just love it. I love the Troopy. Okay, I was just setting up for a star lapse and I noticed, like in the sky, I could see it with the naked eye, this really, really bright something with a massive trail sort of behind it, sort of fanning out really, quite wide, like, in space, like it's huge. Anyway, I'm presuming it was some kind of a comet or something that had entered the upper atmosphere or whatever. And it's left this huge trail, but it was so visible to the naked eye. And I was literally setting the camera up for a night lapse. And I was like, oh my gosh, quickly take a photo. But the rotation of the earth and it just went down. But I got 2 photos of it. I'll put them up now and I'll zoom into the section. So one thing to take note of is I usually do around an 8-second exposure for my star lapses. The exposure that I got in this was 0.8 seconds, so not even one. And it was like super bright, almost as bright as like the Troopy lights sort of thing. So no idea, no idea what it was. If anyone, has any potential info, the date is the 27th of July. So if there was any kind of like meteor or comet meteor activity or whatever in the sky and you know of it, can you tell me? And I'd love to know. After a bit of research, it was a sun-streaker comet, which is currently visible shortly after sunset if the conditions are just right. It was pretty cool to see that in the desert. Morning everyone. Well, that was probably one of the cold nights we've had on this trip so far. I don't know why, it was just bloody freezing. But anyway, we were alright, we survived. This morning we're going to be popping off the Painted Desert Road and that'll finish our 4th time on the Oodnadatta Track. So yeah, it's always fun. We love this track. It's sort of a bit of a soft spot in my heart. It was the first desert track we had ever done where I really felt properly remote. So yeah, Painted Desert was really good to see again. We're going to be heading north up to towards Uluru. Maybe Dalhousie Springs, we might need to pop in there, which is a bit of a detour, but anyway, we'll see how we go. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll hear some news from Adrian and Ellen soon, and we can start thinking about what we're going to do with them, which is looking like a Simpson desert crossing. Everyone.
Good morning. Welcome to another episode.
Well, if you don't know where we are, go read a book. No, I'm kidding.
If you are new to the channel, we are Matt and Holly and we have been travelling around Australia for over 5 years now. Last time we were here was back in 2019 on our big lap.
Yep. Getting closer to 7 really, when you think about it.
Okay. We've been travelling around for close to 7 years.
Yeah. I know, it's getting away on us.
But yeah, welcome to another episode. We are at Uluru and Kata Tjuta National Park.
So it's absolutely stunning here to watch the sunrise at the sunrise viewing platform. It's so worth it. Look, I'm not a woo-woo spiritual guy in any sense at all. probably the least woo-woo spiritual guy you'll ever meet. But honestly, there is something special about this place. Mm-hmm. And this is one of those really iconic things that you see all the time on TV or on the internet. But I'm telling you, it is so much better in real life. It is incredible out here. So yeah, we're just going to check out a few of the sites, I suppose, around the park. and then we'll check out the Olgas this afternoon.
Yep, do that this afternoon, and then we're going to the Field of Lights tonight. So
Yes.
that's a new experience that wasn't here when we came through in 2019. It started off as just like an installation that they did as a test, and now it's just a regular thing. Yeah, so you can either do a sunrise or a sunset thing. We're doing the sunset viewing. You can opt for dinner. Like there's heaps of different ticketed options. But yeah, that will be really cool to see.
So yeah, we'll take you around the park and show you what there is to see. So it's so funny, just before Holly has, we have another little point and shoot camera, a little Fujifilm, and it's like a 35mm equivalent. Anyway, we're on the path and Holly's trying to take a photo, like portrait, and she couldn't fit the whole rock in, and she's like, and she takes like one little step back, like 1 foot. And she's like, it still doesn't fit in. I'm like, Holly, look at Uluru. It's like one of the biggest rocks on the entire planet. And Holly's like, moved back 1 single foot. And she's like, it still doesn't fit. It's so funny.
So now we're going to the viewing platform.
I was like, Holly, you have to walk a fair way back to make it fit. Still doesn't fit.
So close. Oh.
Show us how close you are. Put it up to the screen. Oh, dang. The national park itself is easily accessible by 2-wheel drive with great facilities and car parks, and there are plenty of guided and non-guided walks to do. Alrighty, that was absolutely beautiful. So that was the Kaniya walk. Very, very pretty, very special.
Takes you to a waterhole, sacred waterhole.
Yeah. Get there early. Like we got there a little bit earlier after the sunrise, which is definitely worth it because we were there and there were only 2 other people. Mm-hmm. But I reckon 200 people were literally, I'm not even kidding, 200 people, probably more, were like lining up to get in.
Yeah, there were rangers as we came out and they're controlling the crowd. So we just wanted to point out, not sugarcoat it, this is probably the biggest tourist attraction in Australia.
It's busy. It's so busy.
It's a lot busier than when we were here back in 2019, and yeah, so there's a lot of crowds. Just be aware of that. If you want to do specific things, maybe book in advance. But yeah, it's so special. It's definitely worth seeing. But amazing. Just something you need to
the colours in there, like the white gums against that red magenta rock with the blue skies, it's surreal how the colours are amazing. So all right, we'll head into the info centre and just go check out a few more things.
We are at the Mala car park walk area. That means we're having lunch literally right next to Uluru, which is pretty cool.
Pretty cool. After a quick lunch, we did the Mala walk. It's a pretty easy 2-kilometre walk that will take you about 45 minutes. Seeing the rock this close is spectacular, and you truly feel small at its base.
So we've just made it over to Kata Tjuta. It is about a 50-kilometre drive from Uluru, but a good thing about getting up for sunrise is you have the whole day. So we are at the Popel Gorge walk. It's only a kilometre or so, nothing big. We did Valley of the Winds last time, which is like a 10 or 12k walk if you do the whole loop. It's absolutely stunning and you should definitely do it.
But we did in April and it was really hot, so just keep that in mind. I mean, obviously we're in the desert, so it's going to be hot. Today's really nice and cool.
Yeah.
So
because we're here in winter. It's like late July.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah,
so it's
let's
beautiful
go.
at the moment. Anyway, let's go check this out. I think it's going to be pretty epic just from the side.
One of the best things about this area, when you do have areas to yourself, is just how peaceful it is. They really, really are special areas, so come and enjoy them, take in the surroundings, and just be quiet. It's so nice.
So our last walk that we're going to do for today is actually at the bus sunset dune viewing area, which is closed to the general public after 4 p.m. So there's no one here, not a single car in the car park now. And yeah, you just actually go and walk up the sand dunes. It's only a 500-metre walk and it's a pretty good view of the rock. It's a great spot to see both Uluru and Kata Tjuta. We got in very early to get a good spot at the sunset viewing platform to watch the colours change at the rock. Okay, it's probably very, very dark, but we are doing the Field of Light.
Yes.
So this wasn't here last time we were here, and I'm looking at it right now. It's pretty amazing. So yeah, we'll go and check it out and take some footage for you and show you what it's all about. It's just like an art installation that I think they were intending on removing, but it was so popular with the tourists they just kept it.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's check it out. In this installation there are 50,000 lights that are solar powered over the size of 7 football fields, and every bulb is hand blown.
This is cool.
It's pretty cool, eh?
Very cool.
Well, that's Uluru Kata Tjuta National Park explored. It is absolutely worth the effort. Definitely come here if you've been thinking about it. It is a really special place. It's amazing.
Yes, even though it was our second time here, it was still as good as the first.
Yeah, it was still just as like amazing the second time around. Yeah. So
and just try and be a bit smart with things. Instead of going to the sunrise lookout spot for sunrise, go to the sunset spot and vice versa.
You might miss the crowds.
Yeah, exactly. And even we miss the crowds during the middle of the day. So plan today, we are heading kind of towards Alice Springs, but we're going a different way. So we're actually going to do a 4-wheel drive track that's nearby that goes through Fink.
Yeah, Fink Gorge National Park. It's like called the Boggy Hole track. There's a couple of little tracks. We'll point it all out and we'll show you where to go. But I think it's a really nice, like, interesting way to get to Alice Springs from here rather than just going the highway.
Yeah.
And it's a bit of a cool four-wheel drive track as well.
No permits or anything needed either, so yeah.
Let's go check it out.
So this is a great example when having a HEMA and having your GPS location is invaluable. Trying to find the start of the track, and there's a section on HEMA that says overgrown. So we've found a track which is matching up with what HEMA's saying. So we'll see if this is the right
Doable.
way. Yeah.
Might put the bush wraps to good use.
Yeah.
We'll see. We were on the right track, and it turns out it wasn't as overgrown as it said on HEMA maps. So that dry riverbed Holly just went through, that was a Palmer River. And it was pretty good. Sand wasn't too soft and just first gear low and no worries. So we've just started the track and going through some dry riverbeds, and it does say overgrown on HEMA, but look, the track's been really good so far, nice and clear, but this dry riverbed just has absolutely beautiful gum trees all through it. I reckon there'll be some great camping up along this track, so it's a good start. All right, let's go. The track continued to surprise us with its variety, from sand dunes, salt flats and dry riverbeds. We were thoroughly enjoying ourselves. You will need an NT Parks Pass, which you can get at the entry to the park or online. This was the most challenging part of the drive. Although it doesn't look it, it's a very steep entry and exit and would be quite challenging if you had a camper trailer. Thoroughly enjoying this track so far. It's had lots of variety, absolutely stunning scenery. Like right now, this riverbed, got these red sheer rocks, which is just so indicative of the top end. You just feel like you're in the top end. These dry riverbeds, beautiful gums, and I reckon there'll be some really good camping just down there. There's a water hole. So we're going to keep going, and yeah, we're going to be following the river along. So I reckon the track's going to be really good from here on in. What have you found there?
We actually might need to come out here. There's just some wire that is stuck under the suspension.
Okay.
That could have done some damage.
A bad bit of wire. Might roll him up and take him.
Audi special buy.
Yeah. Check this out, beautiful red gorge behind me, waterhole below, sandy riverbed to camp on. This would be an amazing campsite. We're going to keep going, but there is an interesting little sand exit out of here, so we'll see how we go getting out.
First one was a bit interesting.
Yeah, didn't do well on that first one. It was getting late in the day, so we decided to start looking for somewhere to camp. Camp is set up. We found a really good spot here. This is Boggy Hole, or just a little bit further down it's called Upper Boggy Hole. Beautiful spot by the water, beautiful red cliffs, heaps of bird life. It's awesome. It's just so top end, and yeah, we love it. I thoroughly enjoyed that track today. Had a bit of everything, bit of sand driving, some rocky sections where you needed to sort of rock crawl a little bit and figure it out, pick a line. And just beautiful scenery. So if you're wanting to go either from Alice to Uluru or Uluru to Alice, you'd be mad not to do this track and do the highway. So yeah, we'll cook some dinner, have a shower, film sunset, and maybe get the big lens out, get some bird life, and just sit down and enjoy ourselves. Just had a quick shower, so good. I know I rave on about the same products all the time, but if you're new here, this is such an epic product. It's from Destination 4 Drive. It's their shower tent. See the telescopic arms, so it actually extends out further. It doesn't come out at a 90-degree angle, it goes beyond that. So it's kind of it's just a huge shower tent. So easy to use. And the hot water, electric hot water that we have, again, that's just another awesome thing. And just being able to feel clean on the road is a big plus. I don't know if you can see behind me. I think you can. Sorry, it's a bit glary with the sun. Up here, some really interesting high altitude clouds, and they're moving really fast, but they're super high altitude, really wispy, and quite a funny pattern. But yeah, I'm fingers crossed. I reckon these are perfect for an absolute ripper sunset. So I just hope that it's clear over on the horizon and it's just going to light them up. Fingers crossed, let's hope. We spent the rest of the afternoon enjoying the warmer weather and watching the abundance of life in and around the river. I'm optimistic. We're off to a good start. It's already lighting up. I think it's going to be a good one.
So tonight for dinner we're having carbonara with our guanciale, and we thought we might match it with, just grab it from the fridge, sorry, 1 second. Red wine from Off Track. So they do the wine in the can. Super convenient. A can gets you about 2 glasses, and yeah, super convenient to travel with because there's no glass, no bottles. So we're gonna have that one with dinner tonight.
There's a frost this morning. It's cold. Beautiful the SARVO though, but yeah, freezing. Must have got to 0 last night.
Well, mine is for a frost.
Yeah. Bloody hell. When the tent's frosty and icy like that, or even when it's just really cold, your hands hurt so much after closing it, but the canvas is so stiff. That was just like folding, like, I don't know, like cardboard. And when it's sunny, it's so good to pack up when the canvas is hot. Oh, look at this.
You're having a steam facial.
Lovely.
Oh, okay. Let's go to Alice.
Let's go to Alice. Holly doing all the shots this morning.
I should get paid more for this shit.
I get paid nothing. And Holly, check this out.
Yep.
Does it feel like it out there?
Yeah, that's why I said to her, I was like, wow, there's frost on the sand. I've never seen that before. And then I said, oh wait, that's right. Like you shouldn't get frost where there's sand, so that's probably why.
Well, actually, you do get lots of frost in deserts. There's lots of places in the world where you get frost on sand, like Mongolia, Sahara.
and other places where there's deserts. Probably in Afghanistan, you get quite sandy but frosty conditions. So yeah, you get frost and sand quite a bit.
So everyone knows, we currently have our heated Shieldman seats turned on. And for those people who don't think heated seats are necessary, no, they're not necessary. But I tell you what, on a -2 morning in the desert like this, when you're getting going early, they are bloody awesome. And you're not going to convince me otherwise. I just thought I'd say that. How beautiful is this? Look at this. So that is Boggy Hole Access Road done.
Yeah.
That was thoroughly enjoyable.
That was such a fun track.
That was one of those tracks that I've never really heard of. I just sort of on a whim I did it because Adrian had done it before and he told us that it was really good. And it was absolutely fantastic. And it's right under everyone's noses. As I said, if you're travelling from Uluru to Alice or vice versa, you'd be mad not to do that rather than the highway.
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Yeah, it was absolutely fantastic. And hope you enjoyed it. Leave us a comment below. Tell us what you think. Well, you've all heard of the West MacDonnell Ranges near Alice Springs, but there's a lesser known part of it, and that's the East MacDonnell Ranges. Apparently it's just as good, far quieter, there's good tracks and good camping.
So let's go check it out.
So we've only driven about 20 minutes out of Alice Springs. We're at one of the first points of interest, which is Jesse's Gap. Even closer, there's Emily's Gap as well, but it's definitely worth checking out. There's a couple of little points of interest. There's some Indigenous rock art over there. We're not allowed to film it, but it's worth checking out. It's stunning, it's really beautiful, and it's, a really good start to the East MacDonnell Ranges so far. Our next point of interest was Trephina Gorge. This is a 50-minute drive from Alice Springs and is a great spot for a day trip. There are plenty of good tar roads and the landscape is beautiful. You'll need a parks pass to access the East MacDonnell Ranges, and camping in these areas must be booked online. There is camping at Trephina Gorge and accessible via 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive access camping at John Hayes Rockhole. This ghost scum here, just on the way into Trephina Gorge, is recognised nationally as the largest ghost scum in the country. And look where it is. There's nothing even close to its size near it. It's a beautiful tree. Wow. The colour, it's amazing. Look at it, it's huge. It's absolutely massive. From the ghost scum, it was time to do the 4-wheel drive track to our camp for the night. This is an extremely easy track in and posed no major obstacles. So we are at John Hayes Rockhole Campground. There's only 3 sites here and you need to book online. It's $10 per person per night and you need a parks pass as well. I'll definitely book in. As I said, there's only 3 sites and 2 of them are filled now. But yeah, nice little spot, and the Rockhole is closed, so we're probably going to go there this afternoon, get some really nice shots when the colours change. And there's also a bit of a lookout. I think it's a 20-minute walk. So we'll check that out later.
So the track into this campground is a 4-wheel drive only track. It was fairly easy. You just need high clearance. We kind of went through a few dry riverbeds and whatnot, and it could be interesting if there's a bit of water on the roads. There are a few holes that probably would fill up, but other than that, super easy. So yeah, we're gonna just spend the afternoon doing a bit of work and then go exploring at sunset.
Well, this is John Hayes Rockhole, and it's absolutely beautiful. It's really giving Carragini vibes.
It looks so much like Carragini. Like, I think if we just posted a photo, someone would assume we are in Carragini National Park.
Absolutely. No, stunning. So sun's setting now, and
Yeah.
it's getting cold.
It's getting very
freezing.
cold. Yeah, it potentially, someone said it's going to get down to -3 tonight.
Alright.
So we've just done a little track up to this lookout, and we're kind of looking down on the gorge we were just in. This just looks so much like Carragini, but it is so quiet. It is a long weekend here in the Northern Territory. It's Saturday night. Our campsite is full, but there's only 3 sites. But we really haven't seen that many people here today.
No.
It is
No.
so much quieter than Westmax.
Yeah, much quieter.
And so this track, you can walk all the way from here all the way back to Trephina Gorge. I think it's a decent walk, but you can do it. So
Yeah.
we're going to head back down and cook some dinner and get warm.
Get warm, put some
It's
trousers
cooled
on.
down a lot.
Yeah, I was going to chop it. Dinner. Very quick and easy, that one.
Honey prawns, asparagus.
Yep. And get yourself a jar of this crispy chili oil. Just put on anything. Put on like your eggs in the morning, scrambled eggs, boiled eggs, or just prawns and any kind of those stir fry, like Asian-y dishes or anything like that.
So good.
Oh, it's
From the
best.
supermarket.
From the supermarket's the best. Alright, let's get stuck in.
And coconut rice.
Yeah, Kat does that plain rolls. Morning everyone. So we're back on the tracks this morning and we're just getting going. You would have seen the footage of all the budgies and some zebra finches and stuff like that. And they were just in the gum trees near our camp. Really nice camp for the night. There are only like 3 small gum trees, but they were supporting, I don't know how many nests there would have been of like little nesting budgies. It would have been
Finches,
10,
yeah.
10, 20, I don't know. It's just so many. And
And it was interesting, they were all in like old hollowed branches.
Yeah.
So if you found an old hollow, you'd usually find a family. It was really cool.
Yeah, you could sort of point a camera at it and they would eventually come out or fly in, and it was just funny watching them all interact with each other this morning, and they got real character. I don't know, it's funny.
It was a nice morning of bird watching.
Yeah, I get twitching. I reckon I could do it when I'm older.
Yeah.
You know, collect birds, you know, get as many shots of as many different birds as you can. So anyway, where are we heading today?
We're heading to Ruby Gap, so it's at the end of the East MacDonnell Ranges. We will go past that pub, we'll see if it's open. If not, we have to come back that way, I think, anyway. So we'll definitely pop into that pub at some point. But yeah, Ruby Gap. So
Let's go check it out.
So this is not a hard full drive track. You've just got a few dry creek beds to kind of navigate, and just it's a bit rocky in some sections, like this spot right here.
As the road turned to dirt, the scenery was getting better and better. Well, we've made it to the Atunga Bush Pub, and yeah, it's really cool. They've got a really good campground, really good facilities. They've got a pool.
Yeah.
So
Great in hot weather.
I think it'd be a really good time here. It's not open at the moment. It was open, but
We just stuck our heads in. They've done a really good job inside. It looks beautiful.
It's really cool. I think it'd be well worth a stay and
Yeah.
coming here for a feed and a beer. And
Yeah, they do lunch, dinner. Their hours are listed on Wiki Camps if you are travelling through, because it changes weekends to weekdays.
yeah, no, kind of want to stay here. We decided to hang around until they opened and grabbed a coffee and lunch and played some pool while we waited. This pub has a great vibe and it would be a great place to have a beer with some fellow travellers. Well, that was thoroughly enjoyable. The Atunga Hotel, little bush pub. We had a steak sandwich, played some pool. They've just done a great job. Yeah, really, really cool little business out in the outback.
It has only been open since April.
So yeah, it's only just opened up. So if you're in the area, East MacDonnell Ranges, absolutely swing in, maybe camp the night, go and get a steak sandwich or something. It's fantastic. Really enjoyed it. So Atunga used to be a mining sort of area. So there's heaps of ruins and stuff around, and there's a visitor centre actually. It's got toilets and all the info you need, and it's open from 8 to 5 daily. Actually, I wasn't expecting a visitor centre out here.
Matt's gone into full twitching mode. There's this little bird that was on our car when we came back to it that had like a red breast and kind of like dark navy coloured. Anyway, if he gets a photo or video, we'll show it to you. But he's like chasing it around the car park. So plan now, we're going to head out to Ruby Gap. So we've been recommended to pop out here by a few people. So yeah, really excited to go out there. Apparently there's a bit of a 4-wheel drive track on the way in. So yeah, hopefully that'll be some good fun. How'd you go?
I got one decent in-focus photo of its arsehole. I'll show you all. On our way out to Ruby Gap, we drove past the Atunga Police Station ruins. These are beautiful stone buildings and definitely worth checking out. We're in the Atunga Historical Nature Reserve, sort of where all the old mining stuff is, and it looked like there was a loop road that was going to link us back up with like Ruby Gorge, Ruby Gap Park Road. Unfortunately, it's closed, so you can get about halfway along and then it's closed. So there is some interesting things to see. There's some old cemeteries and there's a few walks like Joker Gorge, but yeah, just keep that in mind. The loop is closed, so you can't go all the way through. Anyway, we'll go back around and link up with Ruby Gap Park Road, and then we will find camp at Ruby Gorge. It was a really good time 4-wheel drive in the old riverbed in Ruby Gap Gorge. There were some really soft sandy sections you'll want to air your tyres down for, and some rocky areas you need to take it easy over. There is also lots of camping available all along the gorge.
So, welcome to Ruby Gap Gorge. This is absolutely beautiful. The drive-in definitely took our breath away. Not overly technical four-wheel driving, again, just really rocky, so just keep that in mind. Drop your tyres, take it slow. There is camping all along here, and I think we've got a pretty good spot.
I think we got one of the best spots, actually.
Yeah, so we did go for a drive all the way down. Can you stop spit?
Sorry.
We did go for a drive all the way down to the end of the gorge. That is where the walk is, and where you go. There's actually a swimming hole in the gorge down there, that if it has water in it.
Is it?
Yeah. So
Freezing.
yeah, it would be absolutely freezing. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Just another like awesome camp here in the NT. I don't know, we've had some absolute crackers, haven't we?
Things that we've never heard of before either,
Yeah.
and we've been travelling now for years.
Yeah, we have been travelling for years, and we hadn't even been to the East MacDonnell Ranges. I'm going to be honest, I didn't even know they existed.
Neither.
Up until a couple of days
I said to Matt
ago.
the other day, I said, have you ever heard of them before? Because I hadn't, and I was shocked. He said no, and I was like, okay, thank goodness. So
And Holly goes, and where are they? I'm like, I reckon they're east.
So yeah.
No. It's, absolutely stunning. Like, this is one of the coolest tracks we've done this trip. One of the best camp spots. It's absolutely stunning. Yeah, well worth it. And there's barely anyone here. There's like 50 campsites, and there's one other people booked in.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just
Yeah,
goes to
so
show.
it is in the national park, $10 per person for the night. Book online before you come. So obviously no phone service unless you have Starlink. So
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to get some dinner going.
Have a
Well, it's not
shower.
going. We're going to reheat dinner, have a shower, because the water's been on all day. Excited for that. And just relax.
yeah, having a Powerade because we haven't had much water today.
Yeah, we're dehydrated.
Yeah.
Running around. A lot of camera work for you.
Yeah.
Super complicated dinner tonight. Just reheating rice, reheating chicken that we made yesterday. So super easy.
Pretty good.
Delish. We ended up having an early night, but it seems to be what happens on the road. Go to bed when it gets dark and up at sunrise, which personally, I think that's how it should be.
Can you explain what you're doing there?
I'm just going to re-season my pan. So we made a bit of a boo-boo and reheated our meal up with this pan, which is probably not the best pan for it. Probably should use a stainless steel pot. Anyway, this is a Solid Technics pan, so it's sort of like it's not a cast, it's cast iron. It's like
It's wrought iron.
Wrought iron, correct. Yeah, that's it, Hole. So I'm just seasoning it. So I'm just getting like a high temp. This is just canola oil spray. I'm going to heat the absolute hell out of it until the oil's smoking, wipe it out. I'll probably reapply some more oil, heat it up again, just get it hot and cool it down. Yeah, it's just a process. But this pan's, I've got it for my 27th birthday or something, I think, or I don't know. Holly got it from me years ago. Australian made. I use this pan. We use all these pans at home, but we take them camping because you can use them on induction. I can chuck it straight in the fire because there's no plastic on the handle. As I said, Australian made. They're just great, and they're just really nice to cook with. The even heat. They heat up nice and quick. You don't tend to use as much. You don't crank the heat as much with them. So yeah, it's a good pan. Seasoning these pans make them naturally non-stick. I think Teflon's no good. It's coming out. I think studies are coming out, and Teflon's bad. So natural non-stick stuff. That's the way to go. And they're honestly not much work. The seasoning them. Once you've got it seasoned properly, unless you do something stupid like I just did before, they're really, really good. And when you clean them, you don't need to use soap and all that kind of stuff. You just if you can, just try and cook, with oils and your meat and stuff like that in them, and then you just sort of almost just give it a light wash and a wipe out, and it should be good. So, yeah.
everyone. So we probably had the warmest night we've ever had this whole trip last night. It was so nice.
Positively balmy. It was nice.
It was nice. So today's going to be warm as well, 24 degrees. Plan today, we're going to pack up camp, drive back down to the end of the gorge and then do the walk.
Yep.
So I think, I don't know, I've had a bit of misleading information about it. I think it's meant to be a 4K round trip walk, but I think if you miss the track, you walk the riverbed, which makes it a lot longer. We met some people in Alice who missed the track and walked the riverbed. And yeah, so we'll see how we go. But it takes you through to another gorge, which apparently is a good swimming spot.
Sounds good to me.
Perfect.
We were camped about halfway along Ruby Gorge and the walk starts at the end. This section of the gorge has the most technical driving. You follow the riverbed all the way to the end.
So we are down as far as you can drive the vehicles down in Ruby Gap Gorge. And now we hike from here. So hopefully we can find this shortcut track. If not, it might be a bit of a long walk. So the signage out here is a little confusing. Essentially, you used to be able to drive your vehicle in further. Now you stop about 2 Ks, we think, from where you could drive in. We found what we think is the track people were talking about, which is the old drivable track. We're just following that down. Looks like from a map we just saw it was probably 2 Ks to here and then another 2 Ks into the gorge.
Well, I don't think we're quite at the end of the walk. We haven't found the grave yet.
That's
but
beyond the pool.
It's a fair bit further, it's beyond the pool. I think this is a pool here. There's not too much water in it at the moment. Probably still be tempted for a little dip if it was really hot. I know, this is the hottest we've been in weeks. So, but look, fantastic walk, well worth it.
The gorge is like
amazing,
stunning.
Yeah,
It
it's one of the
so
best. One of the
big.
best we've seen on all our travels around Australia.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll head back to the Troopy now, and we'll get moving.
Back from our hike, we are just getting summer lunch ready, just heating up some leftovers. And I know we say it every single time we use this awning, but this awning is so great in especially heat like this.
It's the best.
Being able to whip it up, actually have instant shade, get out of the sun.
It's just so much better. Like when you're in the sun, you're like trying to cook, and then you pop this up, and it's just like, oh, it's so good.
Yeah. So yeah, quick bite to eat and then we'll hit the road.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's a destination for drive awning. Australian made, up in Cairns. Rafa, he's a legend. It's good gear. We headed back to Alice Springs to stock up before heading out into the Simpson Desert. Well, here we are at Mount Dare. We're just about to start the French line. We're going to be doing it from west to east this time. And do we need a Parks Pass? Yes.
Yes, so you need a Desert Parks Pass to do the French line because it is in South Australia. It's $204 at the moment. You can either get it online or you can get it from places like Mount Dare or Oodnadatta.
And tonight, look, it's a really good place to stay here. Obviously, you got beers, meals, good camping, showers and all that kind of thing. We're not going to stay here tonight, but we're going to go to one of our favourite spots in Australia, and we're going to camp at Dalhousie Springs.
It's only 65 k's from here and it's well worth it.
And we'll show you why when we get there.
Mount Dare is your last chance to get fuel before heading into the Simpson Desert if you're doing a west to east crossing.
Always with the flies, though. Let's try again. Alrighty, let's go.
The French line is between 530 to 610 kilometres long depending on which route you take and if there are any detours in place like the Eyre Creek bypass. So double check the Ks you'll do, and we would recommend at least an extra 40 litres of surplus fuel, but this could vary depending on your vehicle and fuel usage. We have driven this section of track between Mount Dare and Dalhousie Springs a few times now, and the conditions are always changing. Being later in the season, it was in a pretty bad way with a lot of corrugations and large rocks, so take it easy.
You can see this big puddle behind me. So it rained like a couple of weeks ago and there's still quite big bodies of water out amongst the track here. There's always like a chicken track around, or generally there is. So if you can, go around them because, you know, it just absolutely chops in pieces for when they dry up and for the locals and they need to drive through and everything. So but yeah, it's amazing to see how much water is still around after all this time.
And just like that, camp is set up. We have pulled out Starlink quickly just to respond to a few important emails and phone calls, and then we will show you why we come here and why this place is so special. So we've been very lucky this trip because it's been so cold that we actually haven't dealt with many mosquitoes. So we haven't had to pull this out yet, but this is our little thermocell unit. Cool thing about this one is we used to have a unit that you would have to put the butane into and you would like click it on. This unit goes straight on one of these little gas bottles and we carry these for our jet boil. So I'm going to get it firing because the flies are friendly. There's already mozzies out and they're quite nasty. They're tiny, they hurt when they bite, and yeah, I don't do well when I get bit. So get this going now and hopefully yeah, we'll be bug free. Watch this space.
So the best thing about Dalhousie Springs is the fact that they are hot springs, and it's like a dam-sized bath. And when I mean it's like hot, it's like 40 degrees. It's like a proper bath. It's so good. And when you've been out traveling for a couple of days and you haven't like had a really good shower or haven't had a shower at all,
Or you pass through the desert.
or pass through the desert or whatever, this is amazing. It's one of our favourite spots in Australia. It's just so random. And it's just amazing that it's even here. There's a couple of species of fish and frog that are just endemic to just this spring, which is amazing. Anyway, bring your beer down. They usually have like noodles and that, and easy access in, and it is a bloody good swim. So we'll go show you.
So, springs, beautiful. Mozzies after the fact. horrible.
Insane. Some of the worst mozzies I've ever experienced in my life. Here's one.
They're so tiny.
We have our defences up.
Yeah, so we've got the thermosol going. I've got the red out. I'm literally just spraying it if I see them.
Sandalwood sticks. We've just got like everything going.
It's funny, Matt came out of the Troopy and I had this blowtorch lighting these sandalwood sticks and it was just like...
Show you what Holly is. I come out of the Troopy, come around the corner, Holly's just like, die, Mozzie! She's just like...
So yeah, just like note to self, we're in our mozzie attire now. So literally like they were trying to guide us through our clothes.
Yep, so just keep it in mind if you're coming here, mozzies, and flies as well, but just mozzies.
Yeah. Well, we're just going to cook up some dinner, so we will see you guys in the morning.
See you soon.
There is a real sense of anticipation today as we get ready for our first solo crossing of the Simpson Desert and our 4th crossing overall. It's one of our favourite off-road experiences in Australia.
Well, I just got that on film. Spilt my coffee.
For the Simpson, you need a sand flag by law that needs to be at least 2 metres above the roof of the vehicle. Also, make sure it's a decent quality flag as the cheaper ones will snap easily. Ours is from Bush Ranger and has done many years of desert trips. With the sand flag on, hubs locked, tyres aired down and everything packed up, it was time to hit the French line.
Into the Simpson Desert we go. I absolutely love a Simpson crossing. It's one of my favourite tracks to do in Australia, or favourite places in Australia, so very excited.
It's also really important to have a UHF in the Simpson for dune crests and call points. The official channel is Channel 10. Track conditions in the desert change every season. The Simpson had been closed a few weeks before filming this video due to rain. There was evidence this part of the track was pretty chopped up, but parks had responded quickly and were already grading this section. There were huge sections of tracks that were still underwater, with some parts going on for kilometres.
This would be the 4th time that Matt and I have driven in the Simpson Desert. This is our first time solo, and this is our first time doing the French Line track. The French Line has a reputation for being the busiest track, but also apparently has the biggest dunes. So we're going to test that out, so keep watching to find out if either of those points are true.
One of the first points of interest along the track is Perny Bore. The bore was drilled in 1963 by the French Petroleum Company to a depth of 1,880 metres. The bore taps into the Great Artesian Basin, providing a vital water source for the area, making it a haven for wildlife.
So wraps for lunch, nice and quick and easy. The track this morning has been pretty uneventful, very easy. The section between Dalhousie and I suppose the dunes or Cactus Bore was freshly graded, so yeah.
Not really into the dunes yet proper. Very small here, but they will get bigger.
We are almost at the French Line Rig Road turnoff, so we'll continue straight along the French Line.
It was great seeing such a large array of bird species here.
We just drove past the Parks car and said, "Oh, how's it down there?" To the French Line. He said, "Oh, yeah, it's rough as guts." It was cool. All right, let's go.
This is definitely the worst the flies have ever been on the Simpson for us. They're insane.
Decent.
We stopped only for a quick cuppa and got going again. As the dunes started to grow in size, we passed another junction road. This is where you turn off if you want to do the QAA Line or the Uluru Track.
Alrighty, so we pulled up to camp. Pretty good day's drive today. How many Ks did we do?
So we did 150 Ks over 5.5 hours. Average speed was 27 kilometers per hour, and our average fuel usage today was 16 litres per 100.
Wow, there you go. Holly's, yeah, stays good. So yeah, as you can see, flies are nice and friendly. We pulled over pretty early today. We just realised like we're almost sort of halfway, and we're like, oh well, no point rushing. We want to like definitely get a night camping at Eyre Creek and stuff like that. So yeah, we just pulled up early for the day. We'll just chill out for the afternoon, get a few things done, maybe have a shower, cook some dinner.
Yeah.
Ooh, review some of our wedding photos.
Oh
We
yeah.
just received them.
Yeah. So we'll get
check
styling
those out.
up for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, styling's great to travel with. If
It
you
is
have,
good.
And the Mini, we have that this time round. So good.
Really handy.
So much better.
Yeah, so we'll just set up and
Maybe sit inside the Troopy.
relax. Sit inside the Troopy out of the flies.
We spent the rest of the afternoon viewing the first night of our wedding photos, so didn't get much filming done. You can watch this reaction reel on our Instagram.
Okay, we're literally in the middle of the Simpson Desert. We've just got the first instalment of our wedding photos through from our 3-day event.
We woke up to a moody morning with thick cloud cover and very light rain.
Good morning, everyone. So we have woken up to a very cloudy morning this morning and a few spots of rain.
Bit dreary.
Yeah.
Couple little tiny spots of rain, but yeah.
There's nothing on the
right home about.
forecast, so we don't think there's anything to worry about. The forecast says that it will be cloudy today and that it will break tomorrow and be nice and sunny tomorrow. So
Geez, who knows? We might do a 4-drive 247 replay driving through
let's hope not solo.
lakes of water solo. Yeah, that'd be a great video. Wow.
Yeah, it'd be very interesting. So yeah, we just made some coffee. We're gonna get packed up and get on the road.
On the road, nice and early.
Yeah.
Sort of early. Well, not that early. It's 7:30.
Well, the sunrise is at 7 here.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll take you along for the day, see what we come across.
And we survived the night as well. The camel, the weird noises, the weird things all happening in the desert.
That was so bizarre.
All in quick succession. We had a super weird noise, which I'm pretty sure is just a bull camel just going at night. And then as I was looking for it, these just like eyes are in the dunes, and that was just a cat. And what else happened? I think there was a car really late at night just cruising around.
Really late, and it just stopped on the track.
It was
really
funny.
Close.
They stopped on the track, and I reckon they were like looking for a camp. They've probably been looking for ages, and they couldn't find a place. And then they saw us, and they saw the road, and they're like, "Oh, should we go camp next door?" I was like, "Come on, we're in the Simpson desert."
But just over that dune, just over that dune's the intersection for the other, like the Colson track. So there's so much space.
I could see them turn around. I could see their beam of lights like turn in the air, and they must have camped just over the dunes. So, but yeah, what's your opinion on people camping right next to you in the middle of the desert, in the middle of nowhere? Who's had that where they've camped somewhere and they're like the only person, and all of a sudden this car just rocks up and just camps right next to you, and they're like, "G'day." Anyway, they're usually like very nice, but sometimes you're like,
you're in the desert because
Really?
you kind of want to be by yourself and remote.
"Really, Eddie? you can't be anywhere, but right next to me." Anyway, it's quite fun. It happens a bit.
Yeah. So we'll get packed up and get moving. So a bit of evidence of what we heard last night. Big camel prints. There's like two
They're
camels.
on the top of the tyres as
Yeah.
well, so.
There's 2 camel tracks. Maybe even 3. There's like 1 there, 2, 3. Very cool. Maybe we might see something today.
Solo vehicle heading east on the French line.
It is super, super important to have a UHF on the Simpson, especially if you're travelling a track that goes east and west. Madigan Line, you can only travel from the west across, but French Line can go both ways. So this morning...
I'll just say, and even then on the Madigan Line, just check your chatter, because there's still people that still go west on the Madigan, even though it's not supposed to. No, they still go like regardless of the rules, they still go the other way.
So super important, especially also being a solo vehicle. You don't have chatter between obviously your convoy, so it's really important just to do call outs every now and again, especially if you pick up someone else's convoy. So we're currently traveling towards a 5 vehicle convoy. We're just staying in chats with them to see where they're at. We think our UHF has really good range, so we haven't seen them yet, but still don't see them.
Kind of get them at the top of hills sometimes. Here they go.
Oh, there they go. We can see them.
5 vehicles heading west. I've got a visual on you.
Copy, mate.
Cool. So we're just pulling over to put lunch in the travel buddy. We've got some pies. Matt's just going to jig up a system so the door doesn't fly open and the pies are
Zip ties your friend.
So if you watched one of our earlier episodes of this series, we were down in Victoria in the big desert and we put pies in the oven. It was a bit of a rough drive. I was holding the door for about an hour, so try to avoid that.
Shove them in. Yeah, that would have been pie eject. That would have been pure pies.
It continued to rain lightly for the rest of the day. It was pretty incredible seeing the desert so lush with endless wildflowers. The French line crosses approximately 1,100 to 1,200 sand dunes in the Simpson Desert, which are crossed at a right angle to the track. The Simpson Desert contains the world's largest parallel sand dune desert, with dunes formed by wind erosion and deposition over thousands of years.
So you can see behind me there's heaps of water in this lake here. We're just near Popel Corner, we're just across from it, but we're gonna have to take a bit of a detour just to go around. But yeah, it's pretty amazing just how much water is still out here from that big rain event months ago. Can't imagine the amount of water that was here just initially after the fall. It would have been crazy. Anyway, so we'll take the detour and we'll probably find camp pretty soon and we'll set up and get settled in for the night.
The detour track was well marked and pretty bumpy in spots. We found a section that crossed the flat further down that had been well driven and crossed the salt flat here.
Well, we've made it to one of the main milestones in the Simpson Desert, and that is Popel Corner. So currently Holly's in the Northern Territory, I'm in Queensland.
And your arm is in South Australia.
Yeah, my arm's in South Australia. So yeah, it's a bit of a novelty being at the junction to 3 states.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've done pretty well today.
Yeah, we've done over 120 Ks, 130 Ks.
Yeah. We'll give you the stats later for how speed
once,
and everything when we
once
park
we find
up.
Camp, which is the next mission.
Yeah, been a pretty sort of dreary, cloudy day and just sort of like very, very light rain all day.
all day.
Yeah, but it's been nice.
Yeah.
The flowers, just amazing at the moment. Like it's actually like it's lush.
Yeah,
out
it's
here.
interesting to
crazy.
see the desert in a different light because we've never been here while it's rained. We have seen wildflowers, but not to the extent that we're seeing
No,
them.
not like this. Eh?
No.
All right, well let's go find camp.
Just pulled up to camp. This will be us for the night. My request was wildflowers, and we found wildflowers, and the lake's over there in the background. So yeah, we'll set up. It's turned very cold today with the weather, so I think we'll get dinner happening. We're both pretty hungry. We had very early lunch, and then probably just chill out in the Troopy.
Yeah, it's pretty chilly, so I'm going to jump up and get warm, watch something.
Perfect. Let's get set up. So we could be in for a really cool sunset this afternoon. The clouds are meant to clear. It's meant to be a little bit clearer, I think, tomorrow. And then over in the west, it looks like they're already starting to break up. So fingers crossed, even though right above us is looking fairly dark with rain. But anyway, so let's talk stats. We were driving for a total of 8 hours today. Our average speed was 18 kilometers per hour, and we did 142 kilometers. So pretty slow going, but we made the distance we wanted to make, which was good. But yeah, just something to note, your average speed is quite slow. But yeah, so far the French line, well, we're actually off the French line now. We now will take this road, which meets the QAA, and that's the French line done. So in total, I really enjoyed the French line, I was saying to Matt. It's no worse than any other track. It, in some sections, was probably better than, say, the Madigan that we drove a few years ago. I think the French line has got such a reputation for being the busiest track in the Simpson that now people are avoiding it and doing some of the other tracks. So potentially making them a bit busier. Matt is getting dinner going for us, probably almost done, so we might go and eat and see what this sky does for sunset.
Well, it's mornings like this in the Simpson that remind you why you like coming out here in the first place. Sometimes the track, you know, might get a little repetitive or a bit bumpy and you're thinking, oh, why do I enjoy this place again? And then you get camps like this, you know, the wildflowers are out, birds, the sky's beautiful, colours, and yeah, it's pretty special. It's a cool place. So today I think we're just going to keep heading and we're going to go to the Eyre Creek bypass. We have to do that because Eyre Creek, the usual track on the QAA line, is totally flooded. So there is a bypass. I think it's about 700 mil of depth, so should be absolutely fine. And it's a pretty rocky base. We've done it before, but the camping around there is sensational. There are some billabongs in between the sand dunes, and I mean, talk about good camping. That is some of the coolest camping in Australia, if you get the water in between those billabongs. So yeah, we'll pack up, do the QAA, some really big dunes in the QAA, so it should be a bit of fun.
So this is where the original track goes. You can actually see the track on the other side. There was a track off to our left, which is obviously the one that people are now taking. So we will take that as well. But like, there is so much water here. And it looks like someone has driven through that. You can kind of see tire marks, but that would be boggy as hell. Not to mention salty. It's exceptional at reversing.
With the water comes the birds, and this is the first time on a Simpson crossing we had seen cockatiels. With the flooded salt pan behind us, we were now on the QAA line. The QAA line has the largest dunes in the desert. Some have multiple tracks like this one, and the cameras definitely don't do it justice just how steep they are. With more water on the track, there were multiple detours we had to take. Also, I have to say, the V8 Troopy has been performing flawlessly on this track. It's really what it was built for, a proper desert tourer.
So we've made it to Eyre Creek crossing. We've been warned that there's a few big rocks, but there are poles for you to follow where to go. But yeah, the drive today's been fairly easy. The QAA was the quietest it has ever been when we've driven that. We only passed like 3 convoys. So we might be in a bit of a lull, and the rain might have deterred a few people's trips. So yeah, I think we're very lucky with the lack of people. And then here at the crossing, there's no one here. This would be a great spot to camp. Probably fairly popular, so we think we're going to cross it and then start looking for camps.
Okay, so we've got a bit of a drop in. It's not too bad, but you know, it's a little bit steep. So I want low range for this. I'm going to do first low for the drop in, and then I'm going to go to second low to do the water crossing, just keep the engine happy. Alright, coming up to the drop in, nice and steep. Alright, take it nice and slow. Perfect. Beautiful. Alright, let's get in the water. Change it to second. Let's avoid a big rock there. Deeper coming out this end. No worries. Well, we've found a magnificent spot here on the Eyre Creek. There's just such good camping in the Simpson at the moment with all this water around. Yes, spots all to ourselves, no one else here. Yeah, what could you want?
We've decided to just move the Troopy around so the ice is facing this way. This morning we laid in bed and we watched the sunrise with the canvas down, and it was one of the nicest things I think we've ever done in the Troopy. It was so peaceful. So yeah, we're going to turn around so we can do the same thing tomorrow morning. That was yours.
Thank you.
Mornings like these are why we travel. A four-wheel drive has always just been a tool to get us to locations such as these. Watching the wildlife and the colours change in the desert as the sun rises truly is an unforgettable experience. After breakfast, we packed up and continued along the bypass back to the QAA Line. We only had about 50 kilometres to drive to get to Big Red. As we got closer to Big Red, there were some sections of the track that looked like the MCG. It was so green. The sheer amount of wildflowers is staggering.
Single vehicle heading east on the QAA line, call point 2.
So we are down the base of Big Red, just across the salt pan. But the salt pan is still full of water. People have definitely driven through it. We're not sure if that is previously or if that is recently. We also haven't heard about a detour, and there also isn't a detour sign. So Match is going for a walk to see if we can make it across there. If not, there is like a 3 or 4k detour that goes down this way. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So because we're not sure if you're meant to drive through it, we're just going to go around. Matt said there is a path, but we'll just play it safe. Go around.
Path, and there's lots of people who've gone through it, obviously, and it's chopped up to the point where one more wheel track ain't going to make a difference. But anyway,
We'll just go around.
Okay, we've let the air out of the tyres. We're probably sort of mid-20s in the rear and about 18 in the front, around there. I didn't actually really have a look. I just kind of eyeball it until it looks good. Yeah, it's going to be pretty straightforward. Third low all the way up. We'll start in second low, boost up into third, and then just power on up. We've got the power to do that. And the momentum will carry us up. Sand's nice and cold, so it should be a walk in the park. Honestly, yeah, we're doing the most hard line because we're not here to do easy lines, are we? It's always a bit of fun. So let's see how we go. Starting off in second low.
Alright, ready when you are.
Okay, second low. Just like that. No worries. Well, just like that, the French line in the Simpson Desert is done and conquered. That's our 4th Simpson Desert crossing.
Yeah.
It was good fun. I really enjoyed it.
It was good fun. It was nice doing it solo. It was peaceful.
Yeah.
And it was beautiful. The flowers, the water.
So lush.
Seeing the desert like this was very special.
Yeah.
Very unexpected.
Lush in the desert at the moment. It's
Yeah.
fantastic. So it's a great line. If you've been thinking about doing the Simpson, it's so much fun. I really, really recommend it. We hope that video was helpful. And if so, leave us a comment below. If you have any questions, jump down, ask us. We'll do our best to answer them.
Also, just quick shout out to everyone who saw us on top of Big Red who watches the show. It was nice chatting with you all.
Yeah, and watching you all go up and down
Yeah.
and all that. It was good fun. It's always good fun, Big Red like that. Alrighty, well, we'll see you in the next one. Really appreciate it. Cheers.
Thank you so much for watching this feature-length film. If you've enjoyed it, make sure you hit the thumbs up, hit that hype button, and subscribe if you are new. We can't wait to travel with you all in 2026.